A very good morning to you, Efua Antoinette. You live in Romford, United Kingdom, and I know that you're watching. It's been a while. I've missed you. I hope you're good. All right.
I have to investigate you and Efua.
Efua.
How you doing, by the way?
I'm good.
Yeah.
You look good.
Thank you. Is it from your heart or
No,
because
from
you're
my
thinking, yeah, everybody expects you to say that?
It's from my heart.
Yeah, I'm not easily
I particularly
moved, you know.
love your hair.
You do.
This is the type of hair that Efua always has. Let me see. Yeah. Efua.
Okay, so well, I hope everybody is fine. It's a fresh week.
Yeah.
Today's
I think you look
Monday.
fresh, very hyper. What did you eat yesterday?
Nothing really. After breakfast, like some coffee in the morning. That was about everything I had yesterday.
That was about it.
Yes.
You're still maintaining your weight. You want to look.
Oh, it's not about my
Right.
weight, but man, you have to
Charlie?
stay in shape
Yeah, stay in shape.
and be on point.
Right, you have some messages?
Yes, I do. Have some messages on 0560 800,000. That's the WhatsApp number. This one says, Mama V and Roland, you guys don't read my messages. So
Oh,
I'm
we
simply
just read yours.
not getting
Who
up
is
to
that?
watch you this morning. I decided to start with this message. It's from Shadow in Daboase in the Western region.
They call it Shadow.
Okay, so Shadow says that because we haven't been reading his messages, he is not going to watch us this morning. And he says that this is my own little demo against you too. Charlie Shadow, I've read your message now. Let's get back together. What do you say? If you're watching, let us know. If somebody knows Shadow in Daboase, tell him to watch the show. We've read his message. This one says, oh, it's your birthday today. Okay, Christian Adika, you're watching us right now. Happy birthday to you. It's your birthday today. May the Lord bless you and keep you.
Amen.
Yeah. And
happy birthday too. It's from the show.
Yeah.
All right.
Lots of favor from the Lord. Okay, this one says, good morning, Roland, Mama V. I miss you guys so much. For the past month, my TV power board was damaged, but thank God I got a new one now.
TV power board.
Yeah.
Is he using Oxyboot or latest power board?
Ah,
Who
I don't
TV
know.
uses a board these days?
I know. I don't know, whatever. But we thank God you're back.
Flat screen uses a board. Charlie, you did form. You did form.
Okay, so this one has some swag in there. It says, Sup,
Every
Roland.
TV has power board.
Wait. Sup, Mr. Roland. I want to know whether Parliament has approved the prepaid electricity bills. If no, then why is VRA still giving prepaid meters in some parts of the northern region? Rafik from Yendi sends us that message. And that reminds me, I think the president says effective 1st July, we're going to see some decrease in the bills that we receive. Well, have you received anything? Have you bought credits?
So it will be effective from today.
1st of July.
From 1st of July to the end of the month. Those are when.
So when you buy electricity from now onwards, you should see some kind of change.
Yes.
Okay.
In the rate of the charge.
Okay. So, you know, we're with you. So let us know. Give us the feedback if you see
I
a
think
change
we'll get the feedback towards the middle of the month. And the end of the month.
Okay.
Especially for those who are on postpaid.
Okay.
They will receive the bill thereafter.
Sure. This one says, good morning, Roland. I want to say Assalamu alaikum to the Al Hassan Sankase family in Bolga. It's not to you. And Muslims Umar is Abdul Rahman Latib Amalba from Bolga sending us that message.
Salam.
And we say, you know, finish hard. We know that we're still in the Ramadan period and you're fasting, and all of us are waiting for the Salah, which is on Wednesday. But keep going. Okay, this one says, Mama V, you're looking fresh, nice hairstyle. Prince Nurokina at Seshibekwa is sending that message. I'm still exploring with my hair. This one says, good morning to both of you. Have a blessed day. Paul Dio, Anjin Wa Nadoli. I'm going to pause. Keep the messages coming through, though, because we have to go to the newspapers.
Yeah, we have a couple of them. We'll start the publisher. Don't chastise me.
I have said
MPP's message is job creation. Mohammed's Idebi Keke, laughable, Nanado. Historic turnout. And then we also have Minsha North MP silences Wuntumi.
Yeah.
And this very election, I was surprised that he won, though. I thought...
No,
You cannot.
I think it tells them something. They should just give him a break.
Yeah.
All those.
Is it not the gentleman who was slapped?
No, he's
So
also
this
the
one-
he's also the sitting member of parliament. So this just goes to reinforce that he's got a hold on Menchia North. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how many times you postpone it. It doesn't matter how many registers you bring. He will always win it. So they should just leave him. Congratulations to him. The Daily Graphic newspaper
But it was
front
very
page.
close though.
It wasn't like really close. BNI arrests 2 radio panelists for threatening judges. Government, however, assures security for all. GBA condemns 2 radio panelists, but one apologizes. Other denies making any statement. Come out with actual number of NHI's voters, Nana Konedu demands of the Electoral Commission. Woman 22 to die by hanging. That story on page 16 in the Graphic newspaper. Back page 367, community police assistance, complete training. All right, now let's start with these 2 panelists on the radio station who threatened some judges who have been picked up by the BNI. This has been making a lot of rounds. It's been very topical in our country. The story says 2 radio panelists who allegedly threatened judges of the Superior Courts with death are in the custody of the Bureau of National Investigations. Alistair Tyro Nelson, 41, and Godwin is it Gun or Gun? Akogan, 39, issued threats of harm or death on Supreme Court and High Court judges on an Accra-based radio station, Muntie 100.1 FM, on June 29, 2016. So the 2 turned themselves in at the offices of the BNI yesterday. Nelson, a BNI source said, described himself as a former member of the Progressive People's Party, while Gunn simply told the BNI he was a resident of La in Accra. A highly placed BNI source told the Daily Graphic in Accra yesterday that the 2 were being sought by the BNI for threatening the lives of judges, but they turned themselves in. What does this all mean? Does it mean they spend the night?
I think I saw a report that they've since been released.
They spent the night there, or they took their statement and then they moved on?
I think they were picked up on Saturday, so they mean they spent the night there.
But you know, what program would even allow people to talk like this? You know?
Beats my mind. It talks about the responsibility of the media.
Exactly. And the person who was hosting them.
Yeah.
I think it goes beyond just 2 members coming to sit on a radio station to make certain pronouncement. But the person controlling the affairs of the program, the person who opened the microphone for them, also has some kind of responsibility.
We all have a certain level of high responsibility.
Yeah.
If we want to ensure that there's some level of fairness and peace, and the atmosphere is very much sound for a proper election to be undertaken.
Yeah.
Because the summation of some of these incidents results in a lot more tension, and people tend to react to some of the sentiments that they tend to hear.
I agree. Just before you come in with the Daily Guide, there's this story about a 22-year-old woman who we're told is going to die by hanging. So let me just get into it. It says that Tamale High Court has sentenced a 22-year-old trader to death by hanging after a 5-member jury had convicted her of murder. The young woman, Zelia Suleimana, stabbed one Raudia Aminu, a nursing student, in her chest and abdomen at the Lamashegu in Tamale on April 11, 2014, leading to her death. Zelia committed the crime during an argument between her and Aminu over Al Hassan Abdul Rahman, her boyfriend, who was an ex-lover of Aminu. Oh, Charlie. Somebody has to die because of a man, and now it's 2 people died. Where's the man anyway? I'm sure he's chilling somewhere. He's moving on with his life. A lot more stories you find in the Daily Graphic newspaper. Roland.
Well, here, front page of the Daily Guide has on the has the stories: arrest NDC boys over death threats on judges. GBA, job creation is our message. Nana, police accused of mayhem at Kaswa Millennium City. And then we have those stories displayed there. So you can just grab a copy of the Daily Guide. You get a lot more. And it also talks about second page, Menchia. MPP retains MP for Menchia North. And he had how many votes? He had about 185, 85, and then the second person had 171, and the third had 129.
So it's kind of close, 170 something, 180.
Yes.
Yeah, but in when you're talking elections,
no,
even if it's
because
0.5.
yes, it's by percentage levels, it's still huge because the delegates are small in number. Yes, in excess of 400 and something. All right. So look at the next one.
Let's do the Ghanaian Times newspaper, and I'll concentrate on the banner headline here. Robbers gun down cop again, and it comes with a picture of the IGP, Mr. John Kudal, on the front page of the paper. Police Electoral Commission to meet over elections. Back page, Na Ajrago Coleman lose in Magdalene Open Tennis Finals. Ghana excels at 8th Africa University Games. That's the story that I want to combine with a personal story. It says Assembly drags 9 to court over sanitation. And the story says that 9 landlords and a tenants in the La in Kwantanan Medina municipality have appeared before the Medina Magistrates Court for violating the Assembly's sanitation laws. They are Isaac Tete, John Bosco, Abdullah Al-Hassan, Ali Baba, Mauli Anagli, Jonathan Anagli, Esther Anagli, Wilson Anagli. That sounds like a whole family. George Boateng and Michael Sakwa. They were charged on 3 counts of non-compliance with notice contrary to Section 32 of the Towns Act. And it gives you details. Failure to construct an approved toilet facility contrary to Section 5, subsection 1 to 3 of the LA in Kwantanan Medina Municipality Sanitation Bylaws 2013, and refusing to provide a toilet facility on their premises despite several warnings and advice. Okay, so I think we observed Sanitation Day not too long ago, and I just want to appeal to Zoom Lion, Robert Coleman. I know you watched the show. I wanted to take a picture of the front of my house and the rest of the houses and the trash that's sitting there for over a month. Like, I can't believe it. Right now, my house is overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. So please, Zoomline, if you don't take the rubbish sitting in front of my house and that of my neighbors, I will take pictures of it when I get home this afternoon. And I'll come and show everybody on the show. I'll put it on Facebook as well. Please. I pay every month. Ishmael is in front of my house taking the money. So please pick my rubbish. Zoom Lion and Robert Coleman. Thank you. Roland, go on.
Front page of the Finder has a story published. Doomsaw timetable. ASEP tells ECG US may cut aid to Ghana over modern day slavery. The story is on page 4 of the paper. And then we also have FPSO Kwame Nkrumah to be shut down for 3 months. And the story is on page 4. And Otabil charges private sector to rescue failing economy. We were speaking at the event to give out awards for 100 most influential Ghanaians.
And he's the most influential.
Yes, he topped the list of the most influential.
All right, let's do the Business and Financial Times. No. We don't appear in things like that. Have you forgotten?
You don't do social media. I told you do social media. You say you won't.
You know, the chief.
Twitter.
Business and Financial
I come
Times.
on Twitter once a week.
Aluex, I go like once a month. Aluex closes in on 25 million.
People are on it every minute.
US dollars turnaround deal. Government allays investors' anxiety ahead of November polls. There's also this headline: housing shortfall is overblown, according to HFC boss. Talos scraps 2017 target of 100,000 BPD due to repairs. Business leaders interact with their counterparts in Montreal, and high cost of credit seen falling. These are some of the headlines you find when you grab the Business and Financial Times newspaper of today. Roland, I've done the Times.
Front page.
I've done the Times
of the paper that's supposed to come. That is not available. She's done the Times.
Really?
It means I was not observant. So
let me read some messages on WhatsApp. We'll go to my Joe Online pretty shortly. This one says, good morning to you guys. I'm really enjoying your program.
Thank you.
Good day to all your listeners.
I
Gilbert
hope you love Mama V's hair.
at Sibila from Vogue. I stopped talking about my hair. When I had my punk, somebody said it's a kinky hair. I had it for 2 weeks. You kept talking about it.
Yeah.
This one too, you want to talk about it?
I think this one is cool. This one
Yeah.
you have it for the week, right?
Like, who cares? This one
I'm not saying
says,
it's bad though.
I
just love it.
right now, your comments about my hair doesn't really matter. This one says,
Okay, so we have to do online.
I just like your loyalty and may you keep it up. I'm fine. Wunado Peter from Nkwanta South. Was this message for us here on the AM show?
Yeah, loyalty.
Okay.
Oh, we're loyal to each other. This is awesome. Now let's look at social media. And then we go to online portals. Freedom and responsibility of the media, Siamese twins. Enter Nana Akufo-Addo after the Kufuor government came into power. He was quick to abolish the criminal libel law and was festooned with the investor accolades of the media. Okay.
This will be like a feature.
Yeah, it's an opinion. An opinionated piece. You go up, you also have missing Kenyan lawyer found dead. A body of a Kenyan lawyer who was representing a client making a complaint against the police has been found. Very unfortunate. We have U.S. ambassador predicts decline of inflation in Ghana. And that's some level of optimism. And Iraq mourns victims of Baghdad suicide bombing. And the Iraqi government has declared 3 days of national mourning after a huge bomb in the capital Baghdad killed at least 125 people and wounded about 150 more. Indebtedness of ECG scares potential investors away. And then we have next story. 4 teenagers busted after car snatching operation. This one, there's a young lady as part of the syndicate. I'm surprised. Teenagers. They're not even up to 20. Teenage. Mama V. Times have changed.
Yeah.
Okay,
What a man can do.
Politicians blame for falling standards in education. And this one is a former Upper West Regional Director of the Ghana Education Service has blamed falling standards of education on politicians in the region. Next story, and that's really the last we'll be looking at. Akufo-Addo mocks NDC's Idebi Keke slogan. He says he'll be focusing on creating jobs. He was speaking somewhere around, is it Ofansia Yorubi over the weekend? On City FM Online, Mama V.
3 arrested in BA with AK-47 ammunition. BNI picks up 2 Muncie FM panelists for, Fred, please come down. Okay, for threatening to kill judges. Robbers kill another police officer in the Bono Ahafu region. And the final one, UG scraps killer utility bills after students protest. So when you protest, you get results. Congratulations to all the students who made their voices heard on this one. And then we'll do the BBC Africa page. Roland?
So we go to the Africa page of the BBC. Entebbe pilot saw hostage murdered. It says the French captain of hijacked plane at the center of a famed 1976 Israeli rescue operation says he saw a passenger killed by a hostage taker. Several years after. We already know. There's a movie on this. And missing Kenyan lawyer found dead. Sierra Leonean diplomat kidnapped in Nigeria. He still has not been released.
No,
Major
he
General.
has. He has.
Okay.
He has.
Because they wanted $150,000 or...
I think the last time I listened, he had been.
Sorry, is it
yeah, because this is the
4
1st
million
July
US,
2016.
4 million naira.
Yeah, he had been. I think so.
Lagos shuts noisy churches and mosques. A man jailed, or men jailed for chat gang rape. Chat.
Yeah.
In Jamena, you know. Captain.
Noisy churches. What would constitute a noisy church in
All
Ghana?
the noise, all the churches.
I think it depends on where you're located.
Charlie, all the churches.
It depends on the location of the church. Because if you're in a like a busy place like this,
Yeah.
and you have a church service this morning, and you're playing all your instruments, somebody might find it,
Very distractible.
yeah, very noisy.
Yeah.
So it depends on the environment, it depends on the location of the church.
Sure.
Okay, Roland, you will not like this message, but I'll read it.
I hope it's not insulting to you.
Good morning, Mama V and Roland. Mama V, why is it that you always look good more than Roland? And then he says, by the way, Roland too is manageable. Abdallah from Bimbela.
Abdullah.
Make sure I am always here when you send your messages.
Abdullah.
Yeah, because Roland will block you.
I don't understand why women don't send messages. Only men who are sending messages to Mama V. Women, you too, don't you feel me? Send messages. So that you say nice things about me.
Nice things
Every
they keep
time
saying.
It's only men keep saying.
Isa in Yendi, thank you for the nice words that you share with us this morning. This one's seriously, I'm your regular fan. But don't you but you don't read my messages too. Sometimes making me feel bad.
That's the thing I love about messages, especially when they
However,
send and they say you don't read my messages.
I must say that I feel like seeing the two of you getting married one day. Hey, Sakara from Tuna. But you didn't say it. The bridal fair is ended. The bridal fair is gone. We would have done it there.
She's married with 5 children.
This one says, hey, Charlie, Robert Avejida is asking me a very serious question. And he says, Mama V, what informed your decision to do this hairstyle? Robert Avejida in Nkwanta.
Okay,
hey.
Robert Avejida. If you don't know, it's not in vogue. Maybe not in Nkwanta, but it's in vogue in Accra.
No, I didn't. Don't answer for me. Robert, I'm exploring with my natural hair, so you know.
Also because it's in vogue, Charlie. That's a trend.
That's not it. Okay, let me read some more messages. This one says, I don't have anything to say, but just to tell you, Mama V, that I love you. You're too much this morning. Oh, I love you too. Thank you so much for the love.
We're taking a break.
We're not taking a break.
Akwesi
Fred,
Dankwa
we are not taking a break. I haven't seen Akwesi here.
Akwesi Dankwa will be here with us. He's here. He's been
okay,
sitting.
so one more message. This one says, good morning, Roland, Mama V. Roland, you are my man, but today I must confess, I really admire Mama V's hairstyle.
But you are a man.
Bella
How can you admire
Osalia
me?
in
So,
Kintampo.
you
We've
have to
got
admire a
more
woman.
messages. We'll come back and share a lot of it here on the show for you, but we have to make way. We've got some Euro news, Iceland.
They got iced.
Yeah.
Eventually.
But they made history, by the way. They had a lot of fun. So wherever the journey
I
ended.
hear just about 300-something thousand people.
Yeah.
That's the size of 2 constituencies or 3.
So more news in the Euros.
As small as they are, they're more developed than we are.
Yeah, well.
Population doesn't matter, does it?
They're in Europe, just so you know. We've got some Wimbledon news as well. And then we have a lot of local stories to share with you. So here's Akwesi Dankwa on the AM show with AM Sports.